in life, you're going to have fights. And I guess it's kind of about what's your style? What's your tactics and strategy in fighting? I like Bernard Hopkins. I like his strategy. See, Bernard Hopkins, he doesn't come out fighting hard. He barely fight like the first half of the fight. But towards the end, that's when he come out and, he show you something. He wait till you get tired. You done showed everything you gonna do, and you done ran all around the ring chasing him. And then that's when he come in for the execution. Sun Tzu said, pretend that you're weak so your opponent will get arrogant. That's the thing with a lot of people. They judge a book by its cover, and instead of the content of its character. See, Bernard Hopkins understands one thing. There's a difference between boxing and brawling and like street fighting. Like, boxing is scored. He scores the points. See, all that other stuff is just noise before defeat. I compare it to like Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is also a great fighter. The thing is about Mike Tyson has to knock you out in like the first 45 seconds. I don't think too many Mike Tyson fights that went past 2-3 rounds has he won. He's not a good tactical fighter. He's a brawler. He's a street fighter. It's a difference. The thing is, most fights you have are going to be judged on points. And the thing is, you should probably like focus on your point instead of just trying to knock somebody out. I'm going to give you another good example. The Spartans in the 300. So, it was 300 Spartans against somewhere between 50 to 100,000 Persians. See, the thing is, the leader of the Spartans, I think it was at the beginning of the movie, he was a little boy, and he was fighting a lion. And how he killed the lion was, he ran into like some narrows, like in between some rocks. So basically, the lion was gonna come forward towards him. So he had his spear ready to stab it, to stab the lion when the lion came for him. It's pretty much the same, tactic that he used with the Persians. When, the Persians came through the little narrow path, but when they were coming through that narrow path, they was already ready to light them up. They was already ready. They was already camped out and ready. See, it was his previous experience from when he was a little boy that taught him. Even though you have an inferior force, you can still beat a stronger force. And I'm going to relate this back to, my current situation and my current fight. I'm fighting DHS to get my daughter back. I'm not even the one who lost her. There's no abuse, there's no neglect. It's nothing like that. It ain't no right. Because when people say they have an issue with DHS and a kid, they automatically think it's something strange that happened. No. Her mom just got arrested, and instead of somebody calling me, letting me know what happened, DHS pretty much just took the child. But they were wrong on so many levels. I mean, yes. I'm glad they were there to take the child. Like, when whatever happened. I wasn't there. I'm not even sure what happened myself. But the thing is, I filed a lawsuit over a year ago to try to get the child back while her mom was incarcerated. They never responded back to me. These people have just lied on me, just outright lied on me. Said I don't even know the child. Like, refused to give me a DNA test. It's a whole list. I ain't gonna list all my gripes. But it's a whole list of things that's just on the realm of like violation of civil rights, defamation of character, Like, they done racked up some points. They done racked up enough points that somebody gonna end up going to prison behind this one. I'm Brandon Glimp, but DHS didn't take time to figure out anything about me. They just painted a negative narrative with no basis for the narrative that they're giving. That's wrong. Last time, they didn't even allow me in court. But the time before that in court, the judge was talking about giving me custody. That's kind of crazy. I mean, that's obviously like a violation of some kind of law in civil rights. But the thing is, it's just like people don't even take the time to even figure out who they against. I mean, I came into this situation trying to be helpful as possible, but you against me and don't even know nothing about me. This is a quick before picture over at my property earlier today. But this project really started because of my daughter. I told her mom that, she created something beautiful, and I wanted to create something beautiful too, to give to her as a present one day. Not really one day. I mean, I wanted her involved in the whole development of the property. And this is after. This is probably like 2 hours later. I did this with nothing but a swing blade. The thing is, when you see a man that won't give up, a man that no matter what happens, he shows up for the fight and is gonna fight his fight, even if he loses, he gonna come back and fight again the next day. That's not who you want to fight with. The thing is, I own this property like way before she was even born. But she's the only reason I started doing something with it, because I saw that she liked nature. And you know what? I said this before. I have never known for a little black girl to have her own park. I never known for no little girl to have her own park. My child got her own park that she can't even go to. I mean, she got her own business pretty much, because, we've talked about it, like, since she done started talking. I was like, I want you to go into property development. I'm gonna buy you some properties. I already own some properties. The thing is, I'm gonna give you enough to get started, and since you got everything for free, it shouldn't be hard for you to make money. You should be set the rest of your life. This property is like almost 2 city blocks. So that's a lot of development. It's a commercial property. It's not residential. Like, it's commercial. So I just kind of like looked up on the property, but this property worth a couple $100,000. I was debating about selling the property. Actually, it is for sale. It is for sale. Because the thing is, working on a project for a child that's you don't have is still kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. But, the whole plan is for the child to come back to where she was originally at. Well, maybe not originally. I mean, I don't know about her mom. I ain't going into the whole mom situation. But as far as with me, I know she'll be fine. And the thing is, we got work to do. We both fighters. We technical fighters. Probably against my better judgment, I'm just gonna go and give y'all some receipts. When talking to Cheyden, she was confused who Mr. Glimp was, and I told myself and the foster mom she did not know him. Huh? She don't know me. Now, this was broke down in court. A 5-year-old does not know me by Mr. Glimp. Me and her don't have the same last name. She has her mom's last name. So, all right, I don't know. Like, she's 5. She's 5 now. Like, she's 5. She doesn't call me Mr. Glimp. She calls me Daddy or Brandon. So since they say I don't even know the child, they told me to provide pictures. These are some of the pictures I provided. Not all, but there's some of them. This is her graduation party from preschool. See, I bought gifts for a preschool graduation. And watch this. For mommy. See that? I know y'all just saw that, right? Keep watching. Keep watching. Them the same gifts they've been talking about. I paid for this whole little situation. I didn't buy all the gifts. My mom did buy some of the gifts also. But, you know, I paid for McDonald's, but they don't allow me to have visitation. See, I just came up to McDonald's.
She didn't send you the link for the form. You got the 4-piece?
Oh, no, that's probably in
there. Okay, I'm gonna send it to you.
And it's the text from her mom the next day. Okay, baby, you're doing a fantastic job. I saw how you saw how your daughter reacted when she saw you. The feeling is mutual. But I don't know nobody. It ain't my kid. I don't know nobody, though. More text messages from her mother. Guess who asked about you today? Your daughter. It's impossible to stop talking about you. And I'm just going to explain this message, and you can read it for yourself. Originally, I did not think this was my child, and she did not say this was my child. But later on in life, we pretty much came to some kind of conclusion. The thing is, but if you're not married in the state of Arkansas, men don't have rights to children at all. Either the mother has to sign over rights, or you have to file a lawsuit for rights. And I did file a lawsuit in May of 2022. It is now August of 2023, and nothing has changed. So it says basically they have 60 days to reply, and that was in May of 2022, and this is August of 2023. And it says, if you fail to respond within an applicable time period, judgment by default may be entered against you in relief determine the complaint. Another issue is conflict of interest. The child's mother is related to the caseworker and the caseworker supervisor. You can read that for yourself. Another interesting fact is I still have an open lawsuit against DHS, but after the first DHS hearing, Travis Simmons was put on child support. Travis has never met the child, supported the child, says he don't know Miss Boykin, and was in jail when she was pregnant. It was said in court that Travis is working and living in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, and Clarissa Jones suggested giving him custody. Judge Ernest Brown gave Travis a lawyer, Maurice Taggart, former director of Pine Bluff Urban Renewal Agency, who was charged Thursday with 46 counts of forgery, 38 counts of theft of property, and 1 count of abuse of office in a scheme to allegedly bilk $667,000 out of the agency, according to Jefferson County Prosecuting Attorney's Office. Court documents show that Travis Simmons has already failed to take care of several children, and also provided documents proving that Travis Simmons is related to Miss Edwards/Johnson, who is the supervisor of DCFS. I don't think you can adopt a child involved in an open case, can you? Also, since DHS nor Miss Boykin responded, I won my case by default, seeing as you all had 60 days to respond last year. After not getting a response back, I sent this to the governor's office, because the governor's office did respond back fairly quickly. But I did send this yesterday, on Friday. Thank you for responding, but I still haven't heard from anyone yet. It's going on almost 2 years. Mrs. Edwards and Mrs. Jones say they don't have to speak to me, and I'm still totally unclear as to how and why I was removed from the case. I'm not trying to be funny at all, but at some point we got to call this what it is. State employees are abusing power, submitted forged documents in court, and outright lying in court to kidnap a child. I already have a lawsuit. There is no response to what further action would you suggest for me to bring this to a resolution, because at the end of the day, the state of Arkansas is liable for its employees, right?
Yeah, those are the bigger things I saw last night. So they were at the Cadillac Club. Kamila, Bambi, whatever it is. Was with Chassity at the Cadillac Club. Apparently getting drunk and high. Then Chassity drives back to Little Rock and drives into a gas station. On baseline. At 2 a.m.
And acted high, or still was high on whatever.
12 hours later.
She 14? Is she still in there?
I don't know, she's still in there. And then the whole thing is that Bambi is the supervisor of her case manager for DHS.
She knows sleep for her, huh?
Right.
She just knows how not to act up.
Something, because I would say Bambi had to be doing something.
Clearly, for you to not even wake up, do your job in the morning, and still show up at the bar. Leave about 12:30, 1.
What, last night about 4?
Shit,
4:30?
Right. What time to clock in?
That's just a little much. Like, first off,
She was dogged up this time.
really?
That's how I recognized her so fast. I was like, oh, yep. She looks the same way when Brandon pointed out. Dillard, whatever girl, she did show up. I saw Goldheart in there. That was the first time I saw him ever in there. Like he was just walking around. He got skinny. I haven't seen a cowboy dude in there. Like, ever. Ever. And they all were sitting, on that side.
Yeah.
Oh no, like the rattling noise.
At some point, DHS got to take responsibility because of Bambi and
Hopefully sooner than later.
Clarissa. Like, because that's really irresponsible. You trying to give a child back to the person that you getting high with.
Yep.
And for clarification, Kamila is the DCFS supervisor, Miss Edwards. And this is the alleged incident that took place. And these were the charges that that the mother got. Driving on a suspended license, failure to present proof of insurance, careless and prohibited driving, driving while intoxicated. We do know that there was, an accident, and clearly there were drugs and alcohol involved. We're still going to say alleged on Miss Edwards, because I was not there, but you heard what I heard. I just gotta say, this whole situation is totally ridiculous, and it just proves that, like, is there any justice? Like, they say there is an investigation, but I like, in real life, I don't have any proof that there's an investigation. I showed you the emails that I've sent, and pretty much the minuscule replies that I've gotten back, and I really hadn't got too much of a reply back from anybody. That's what we go through these days. I want your opinion. Does this sound like kidnapping to you?